This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. And by Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor.
And welcome to Norris High School, an electric atmosphere for a Class A versus B early season showdown between the Titans and Bellevue West. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, Jake Bartecki with you. Andy, basketball season is here. The wait's over, and on our first Friday night, why not get a couple of perennial powers going at it in an inter-class matchup between the Thunderbirds and the Titans? You look at what Norris has done recently, coming off a semifinal finish in 2024. Bellevue West, they have been to like 6 of the past 7 state championships. They've won 3 in the past 4 years. We have a great matchup between the Titans and Thunderbirds here tonight.
We really do. Nobody scored more points in basketball than the Titans did last season. Bellevue West, they're a little young, but they started 3 sophomores. All those starters are back this year. They're looking to make a run at the state title as well. As
you referenced, 108 points for Norris in their first game against Waverly. Set 4 different school records, 18 three-pointers, 44 field goals made. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good way to start the season.
And both teams are going to want to shoot from the three-point line. That's going to be key for both defenses. Not sag in too much in transition. Find that three-point line. Run those shooters off that line.
Let's talk key players. First off, for the Norris Titans, bring back a ton of experience, but one of the best, we're going with Chris Garner Jr., second all-time leading scorer for the Titans. Coach Moat said by the end of this season, he will be the leading scorer, all-time rebound leader. He's already leading in field goals. What doesn't this young man do?
You're exactly right. What hasn't already been said about Gardner Jr.? It feels like this guy's been here for 6 or 7 years. Big body, big frame, can shoot the three, and he is a post present. You know, you say matchup nightmare, that's exactly what he is.
Flip side for Bellevue West, Bryce Johnson. He is the epitome of what you want in a point guard. Amazing passer and vision, great handles. Coach Klein said they're going to go as Johnson goes this year, and they're looking for additional offensive production and points from him this season.
You're exactly right, and he is just unfair to have at that point guard position. Leads the team in scoring, led the team in scoring last year, and they're asking him to do more scoring this year. What gets lost in that, Brandon? His ability to facilitate. Averages about 5-6 assists per game. He's going to build on that as well.
We're about 6 minutes from tip. Bellevue West versus Norris. This matchup brought to you by Nebraska Public Power Districts. Always there when you need them. We're going to take a break. Jake Bartecki is going to talk to both head coaches, and we'll get to tip-off live in Norris here on NCN.
It all starts at Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, a side-by-side built to work with you on the farm or the ranch. A trusted partner when you're out hunting. And the adventurous speed to feel the thrill when it's time to play. Work hard, ride hard, play hard. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, powering your passion every step of the way.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Well,
we're off and running. We got one in the book right now, and we got a big challenge tonight. So I think playing last night helps. Just get that out of the way. But this will be the Jamboree game, our 3rd time this week. But I think our kids are excited for the opportunity tonight to go against a team that's got a lot of tradition.
Not only did you guys get one last night, you got one in a big way, 108 to 37. I know this is a high-powered offense. I know you guys are intense on defense. Did that help you have performance and guys get off in the group?
It did. Everything clicked on all cylinders. But we shared the basketball. We did a really good job in transition running lanes. We took good shots. Our defensive activity was good. But I didn't foresee that coming last night, especially against the try and keep getting better, and we're going to face a team that's got some athleticism, some length, and they're going to shoot the ball a lot. Well, Steve and I talked even last spring, even the year before. This has been the work for a while. It's a credit to them for coming down here, so we had to go up there and play Metro. I think it's great for high school basketball, the state night for doing this, and I think both teams are going to benefit from it in the long run. So if you're a fan tonight, you can sit back and watch. It's going to be stressful for us in this 90 minutes, but I'm looking forward to it. Our kids are looking forward to it, and our crowd tonight is really good here. Our team's going to be well into it too.
It is loud, it is exciting, the fans fired up, the students are here. What an atmosphere on deck.
Thank you.
That's the most. It's Norris, Bellis,
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Norris and Bellevue, West and Southeast Nebraska here in Perth. We're joined by head coach Steve Klein of Bellevue West. Coach, early test for you guys. You dropped down in class to take on Norris. What do you expect?
It's going to be a super physical ball game. Hopeless to be fast on the floor. These guys are really, really talented, and they're really tough. People talk about them being tough. I don't think that makes that much of a difference.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
It's time to get in the game. When you team up with teammates, you don't need pads or a playbook. 1 hour a week can encourage a student in your community to win in school and in life. Hundreds of young people are waiting for a mentor to show up and build their confidence, character, and hope for the future. Be the teammate every young person deserves. Clock is ticking. Sign up at teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Welcome back. We're close to tip. 1 minute away. Let's jump into our school spotlight as we prepare for Bell West and Norris. First off, for the Titans, Eastern Midland Power. They've won the conference each of the past several years. 565 enrollment, district number 1. We mentioned the fact, coming off a semifinal finish not long ago, runners-up the year prior in 2024.
Yeah.
They have 4 state titles. 79, 95, 2002, 2003, and this is a year where the expectations are perhaps they get their 5th.
You're exactly right, Brandon. What's so special about this group is they don't just play basketball, phenomenal baseball players, football players, up and down this roster.
On the flip side, for the Thunderbirds, they are an extremely proud basketball program. They have 7 state titles to their name, representing the Metro Conference. 3 of those coming since 2020, 2023, 2024. Last year, Andy, a down year where they didn't make it to the final for the first time in like 7 years. They lost in the first round. It was a year where they brought back only one person with any sort of experience at all and still make it to state. And now they have 4 returning starters and are hoping to build on what they did last year.
And they're about to. And all down years aren't built the same, are they? 18 wins last year.
That is our school spotlight. We are minutes from tip. National anthem is now about to take place. We'll take a break, come back, and get ready for high school hoops between Norris and Bellevue West. So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
This broadcast is brought to you by Complete Insurance in Lincoln and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so that technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, it fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your fit today.
Welcome back. Starting lineups coming your way right now. Bellevue West. Game number 1 for the Thunderbirds this season. Braden Morrow. He averaged 11 points last year. Then you have Bryce Johnson, who we highlighted, had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Keaton Melcher. And then we have a switch to the starting lineup. And so instead of Pierce Parker, it's Jacob Poyer, who Coach Klein was unsure if he would start due to injury, but he is getting the start. And then Carson Schultz, rounding out the starting 5 for Bellevue West. Morrow, Johnson, Melcher, Coyer, and Schultz.
Coyer's going to play a huge role because if there's any bugaboo for the Thunderbirds in that starting 5, it's height, the length. Coyer brings that with that 6'3", 6'4 frame.
All right, the lights are out, and that is because we have some fanfare for the Norris Titans as they prepare to get announced. Let's turn it over to the in-studio, in-house AV. So again, the Titans, as we referenced, this is a team, Andy, last year they brought back all 5 starters. Coach Moat said, this team is perhaps the team. And they came up a little short, lost on a last-second shot to Scott in the semis. And then he says this year, this team is better than last team. We bring back 3 starters, but we have depth 10 through 11.
Right.
And he said, this is a bold statement, but I like this group perhaps even better.
And right there, number 2, McCoy Folkert's going to play a huge role in that. Got injured early in the season. He's 100% right now. They are gearing up for a special season. And, boy, it started off right, blowing out Waverly 108-37 last night. Won by 71.
You saw the starting lineups: Folkers, Urbanovsky, Small, Garner, and Greenfield. And the tip goes to the Titans. We are underway here at Norris. Glad you're with us for the opening week of high school hoops on NCN. We had Wilbur Claytonia, Tri-County last night. And now Bell West and Norris here on Friday. Kicked to the corner, first shot of the night. Off the mark from Garner, offensive board by the Titans. Again, Norris knocked down a school record 18 triples in that 108-37 victory over Waverly. There's the first bucket, courtesy of Garner Jr.
Cannot lose sight of him. He moves so well without the basketball in his hands. Beautiful cut down the right side of the lane.
Norris with the trap, kicks to the corner, 3 from the Thunderbirds, and it rattles home. That's Carson Schultz with the 3.
Schultz getting to his spot, even with a hand in the face. He is lethal.
Coach Klein made no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He said if us being the Thunderbirds are going to be successful this year, we're going to need to run the court, turn things into track meets, and hit threes all the time. There's a bucket on the other end for Johnson. Or no, excuse me, that's Jackson Urbanovsky.
Urbanovsky was practicing that shot during warm-ups. I was watching him. He uses it right away.
And coming down the other way, foul will send Garner to the line.
And one, once again, attacking the rim in transition. West did not get set. Nice job leaning into that contact. And just what a powerful dude. Tonight's officials, Scott Abels, Kirby Wells, and Jake Wolf. They got a little bit of a workout in front of them, Brandon. They're going to be moving up and down the court tonight.
Both coaches know each other well. They said, yep, this will probably be a track meet. And it started off as such. Garner completing the three-point play.
You know, and it's something that Bellevue West, I want to take a moment here and credit Bellevue West. They've done this throughout their tenure, really since, the early 2000s, of playing down a class. And, it could hurt their power points, but they don't care. They know it's good for the game of basketball in the state of Nebraska, and they want to challenge themselves throughout the season, in the non-conference early on, and this is exactly what you're getting with this Norris versus Bellevue West matchup. Big credit to Coach Klein and his staff for reaching out and making it happen with Coach Moats here at Norris.
You had the three from Schultz for Bell West, then coming back a basket for Folkerts. And now there's another three knocked down. This time it's Melcher.
One thing about Bellevue West, you have multiple guys, 4 guys always hanging around that three-point line, and they all have a quick trigger.
Contested long two, doesn't fall for Greenfield. Here comes Johnson. Guarded by Garner Jr. Johnson in trouble, out to Melcher.
Fantastic job guarding the three-point line that time, because that's a very dangerous spot to be in. Bryce Johnson coming down with the rebound, running the court, trying to sag that defense in. He was looking for the kick out that entire way.
Active hands by Greenfield. Nearly got the steal. Johnson kicks.
Yep.
And there's another for Melcher. So already 4 triples for the Thunderbirds.
Didn't work the first time, try it again. Johnson did an excellent job getting penetration, bringing that defense in. They got to respect, his baby hook, how he can attack the rim. Found Melcher just enough space to get that three away.
Folkerts at the top of the key, penetrates and gets to the glass.
How about a crossover, Folkerts?
And then the steal on the other end, but he loses it. Morrow shuffled his feet.
1 or 2, too many steps there. Looking at the official, just to make sure, Brandon, are you sure the third or the fourth step's not okay? No, it's
Depends
not.
what league you're in.
Isn't that the truth?
Couple of substitutions already. You have Grayson Anderson and Cooper Rice checking in for Norris.
Yeah.
Pierce Parker, who was maybe going to start tonight for Bell West, now in for the Thunderbirds.
And last year both teams were kind of young, some growing pains, even though they both had phenomenal seasons. That built this depth up for this year. Both teams looking to make a run.
Greenfield to Folkerts from the corner.
See how fast he let that one go, Brandon? And just a moment ago, Folkerts, attacked the rim, so you got to respect that dribble.
Bounce pass inside, deflected, out off the Titans.
Cooper Rice saying, come on, man, that was right there.
Another look courtesy of Meade Lumber.
That's where Grayson Aston, he's just got to be ready for that at all times. The ball moves fast like a ping pong ball here for the Titans.
At Meade Lumber, they're making you feel at home from design to finish. On the flip side, Bell West turns it over.
A couple of lapses there with the entry passes. Teams trading turnovers. Does give us a little break in the action to catch our breath.
Already 5 threes. This look brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care. Incredibly close.
I mean, there's 3.5 minutes left to go in the first, and it's 14-12. That's your score.
Action-packed opening 4.5 minutes. Here's Greenfield. Nearly loses it. Instead, finds his teammate in the corner. And a common theme in this game, a three has fallen. This time it's Addison.
Yeah, when Smith peeled off his man and was looking to help and didn't come out with the steal, that spells trouble.
Now we have a tie-up And jump ball, possession arrow, Bell West.
That's Grayson Addison just doing what he does best, and that is fighting hard, working for those rebounds, and you see how strong he is with the rebound. Not the tallest guy out there, but look how he comes down with it, gets tied up.
Getting a look there at Coach Klein for the Thunderbirds. In his third year, had the fun task of taking over for Doug Woodard. All he did was win it the next year with Bell West.
You say that, but sometimes that's a death trap, isn't it? You know, when you take over for a legend, especially somebody, there's no one more decorated in high school football than Doug Woodard. But Coach Klein stepped in, didn't skip a beat.
That last basket, Kari Smith.
Look out, here
Kylie
we go.
Smith, excuse me, and Pierce Parker unable to get the two initially, coming up short again. He gets another rebound, and he just wanted to make it hard on himself and pad those stats.
Yeah, just looking for a couple extra rebounds there. Used every inch of that rim, that's for sure. I was impressed with the Titans staying true to their defense, not coming down and committing a cheap foul at the rim.
Whistle on the other end.
And how about Bellevue West sticking with it? They're not going to be the biggest, most physical team. Coach Klein and everybody else is aware of that. But their athleticism, their ability to sky for the basketball. You're seeing that drive. You saw it right there. A couple misses at the rim. They didn't give up on the play. Finally get it to go.
More substitutions. Schultz back in for Bell West. Morrow as well. Urbanovsky re-enters for the Titans.
Yeah, these teams that we see year in and year out at the state tournament, they appear to be okay depth-wise.
Kyson Ganna also in for Norris. Yeah, when you can go 10 or 11 deep like Coach Moat says he can and not miss a beat, you're in a pretty good spot. That three off the mark doesn't fall from Addison. We have a foul on Norris.
Going to be Anna just being a little too aggressive down there.
Or Gaina, excuse me.
But Amari Smith doing a really nice job just getting position, going up for that rebound, taking on the contact, drawing the foul.
17-16 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today. We're under 2 to play in the opening quarter. That one doesn't fall for Morrow. Here come the Titans in transition. Folkerts is short, but his teammate's there to help him out. Addison with a 2.
There's Addison doing the dirty work, getting those little rebounds.
Stolen again from Norris on the other end. 90 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Titans with a 3-point advantage.
And this is where Coach Klein gets nervous, is when his team gets in a half court like this.
Across to Folkerts. Entry pass inside. Urbanovsky with the head fake and the 2.
Perfect job with the ball fake and that defender up in the air, being patient. A lot of things happen when you're down on the block. It was a nice job.
Wide open 3, top of the key, just a tad long. Ripped down by Addison. But stolen and an easy basket for Schultz.
That's just been a linchpin for whoever is a guard for Bellevue West. They are always looking for that steal.
Wide open 3 for Urbanovsky. Nothing but net.
And as a defender, you want to come in, you want to help out. You're seeing the Titans have success down low. No, you got to know where that 3-point line is. Too many shooters for Norris.
Shot clock is off. Klein wants to hold for the last shot for the Thunderbirds. We have a foul on Norris.
It's also going to allow for Coach Klein of Bellevue West to get 3 substitutions in, most notably Bryce Johnson, their leading scorer, their point guard. He's going to direct traffic here with just over 20 seconds to go.
There's a lane to the hoop. 2 points for Morrow.
Morrow is just so unassuming, 6 foot, junior. Just a nice job attacking. He's done that a couple of times now, finding his way to the rim.
We have a foul. Against Bell West, looks like it's on Coyer.
Greenfield kind of dribble into a double team. They're fortunate to pick up the foul.
4 seconds remaining. Titans looking for a last shot here. Urbanovsky. Clock didn't start. I think the ref saw that.
Head coach Jimmy Motes off to the right side of our screen going palms up. What's the matter? It's all right.
I think they'll put 4.1 back on. Or should.
Yep. You're spot on, Brandon. Officials doing a really nice job talking this thing through, getting it right.
All right, time's back on the clock. Here's the inbound. Melcher. Shots off. No good. 24-20 though. Titans off an 108-point performance last night. Nearly on pace for 100 again thus far. 24-20. Norris on top of Bell West. After the first 8 minutes, you're watching high school hoops on NCN.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
24-20, Norris in front of Bellevue West. And what a treat for the state of Nebraska this early in the year. It's one of the biggest games of the season, and it's just night number 2 of the season. I asked Jimmy Motes about this pregame, but a little background to this A-B tilt. There's always a little hesitation both ways because Class A teams don't want to risk valuable wild card points with a loss. Class B teams may not have their footing this early in the season. But Steve Klein and Jimmy Motes talked about this for a while. It didn't come to fruition a year ago. Bellevue West actually played a team out of Minneapolis, but we get to see it this year. Jimmy Motes called it one of the biggest home games Norris has had in years, and the atmosphere proves that. For Coach Klein, a former Platt Smith girls coach, he's no stranger to the Titan Dome. Guys?
Thank you, Jake. As Norris continuing their offensive production, three-pointer by Rice. But yeah, you hit on it earlier, Andy, with Coach Klein saying, we just want to play the best teams and prepare our team.
Yeah.
Additionally, another little storyline related to this is you look at all of their games, and like 7 of the first 8 are away games for Bellevue West, and that was another thing that Coach Motes and Coach Klein, who are great friends, were trying to determine, well, where are we going to play this thing at? And through all the logistics, it ended up being here at Norris, and he said that's still fine too.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, that's going to be 3 weeks into December before Bellevue West gets to play a home game as we see another triple rain in for the Thunderbirds.
That one was Melcher again.
Pete Melcher getting free. But Bellevue West, I think back into the mid and early 2000s where Ravenna had that big run in Class C.
Mm-hmm.
That was a packed gymnasium when Bellevue West invited them in to play, and there's really no bonus for Bellevue West. That's a huge risk as far as power points and that type of thing. But no, they wanted to challenge themselves and have the best versus the best in the state, and it's quite the treat.
To that point, they're here at Norris tonight. Then they go on the road to Millard North, who they know fairly well. Then they're on the road at Creighton Prep after a tournament weekend. Host Elkhorn South, and they're playing a team out of Oak Park, Kansas City, Missouri, all before the end of the year. So talking about the point of wanting to get challenged and see where you're at measuring stick-wise, that certainly does it.
Well, right now, Bellevue West is really challenging the Titans at the rim with their dribble drive, fighting to get to the rim. We had a really tough foul there. Melcher coming off, you hit that 3. Defense has to come out, has to respect that, uses that little head fake, gets to the lane, takes a hard foul. He's going to find himself at the foul line. Just can't convert.
He's on Small. Another look at it here, courtesy of Beatrice Community Hospital, and a little bit of a arm extension, but Melcher unable to hit either.
A little bit of a tough break there for Bellevue West as they got the 2 free throws they were looking for in the intentional foul. Still got a possession here, though, to work with.
Melcher, while he didn't hit the free throws, he's been on fire from beyond the arc. Has knocked down 3 already.
You just need to back him up off that line a little bit.
Close.
Get a defender on him.
Don't you hate it when you're just too close to the rim? Up and under doesn't fall for Morrow. Then he's tagged with the foul.
How many times do you see that? You're a little frustrated with yourself. You didn't seal the deal at the rim. You're trying to get that fight for that rebound. You pick up a cheap foul. I'll tell you what, the flow of this game favors Bellevue West. And I say that because if they want to stay in the game, they want to get into track meet. They want to get into that run and gun. And Norris, I mean, that's a huge part of their game as well. Maybe the best shooting team in the state. But they could really take advantage with a guy like Gardner down in the paint.
Shot off the mark from Greenfield. Here comes the Thunderbirds quickly the other way. Morrow penetrating.
Picked up his drill, but did a nice job with the pivot foot, finding the release valve.
Jumper doesn't go for Morrow.
Don't mind the no call there. The arm was a little extended there, but I think he was just kind of backpedaling more than anything.
There's a follow-up for Urbanovsky on the putback.
Urbanovsky, you know, that senior leadership just does a little bit of everything for the Titans. Did not hesitate. Once he got that ball, he knew, had a pretty good idea where he's going with it.
So we have a foul on the floor. 5:53 to go. Like to remind you, the second quarter is brought to you by O Street Carpet. Steve Carper and the crew, you should check them out in Lincoln near the intersection of 17th and O at O Street Carpet. They will take care of all of your flooring needs.
Right there is what makes Bryce Johnson so special. He can create his own shot. That time drawing the foul. Gets back in the lane pretty quick.
Scramble for the ball. He had a great effort by Johnson not to give up on it, but it eventually ends up in the Titans' hands, and here comes Norris. The Titans are on the baseline.
Nice job guarding that baseline in transition. Bellevue West getting to their spots. Yeah, and that's coming off a scramble. That's so tough to do. That's just well-coached basketball.
Norris now at the 6-point advantage. Kicked out, 3 on the way from Schultz off the back of the iron. Excellent effort there by the Thunderbirds. Shot is long off of Bell West.
And Parker made a run at that second rebound, too. He was the young man that tracked that down and gave the Thunderbirds that additional possession. And that's what Bellevue West is going to have to do. We keep kind of going back to it. They might give up a little size, but, man, you are not going to out-hustle these T-Birds.
This quarter brought to you in part thanks to John Henry's, our family serving yours. John Henry's, a quarter sponsor here on News Channel Nebraska, bringing you high school basketball. The second broadcast, Andy, of nearly 100 games that we'll be televising this winter. Glad everyone's with us for the start of things as that 2 goes in for Greenfield. His first basket tonight.
The 6'2 junior, and that's what one of the things that you're really going to see develop throughout the season is Greenfield's one of those guys that can create his own shot. He can find his own shot.
High school basketball on NCN is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Basketball coverage is also presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. And by Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today.
Yeah, you know, I saw that tweet on the social medias or on X, on Facebook. Just over 100 basketball games coming our way this winter. All right.
You know, I actually surprised myself when I did the math, and I'm like, wait, how many games are we doing? Again, we have an outstanding crew, producers, directors, camera operators, help make it all possible. And, you know, we do get a big boost in mid-March with those 36 state basketball games over 2 weeks. That bumps the number up, and, man, those are
so much fun.
Those are fun, and it's very, very likely that we may very well be televising both the Thunderbirds and the Titans in those games.
I would not.
In a few months.
I would not be surprised.
Garner Jr. at the line. Foul was on Johnson, his second.
Yeah, if I'm
Be
Norris.
sure to stay tuned for our halftime highlights. They're brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones. You can find them at either of their Lincoln locations or their Grand Island location.
If I'm Norris, I don't want to get too far away from number 10 offensively. You got to make sure that he touches the ball. He doesn't have to take the shot, but make sure he touches the ball every other time, if not every possession. He draws so much attention from that defense.
Norris on a 9-3 run here in this second quarter. Lead has grown to 10.
Yeah, it's kind of a dangerous spot here for Bellevue West. They want to get within 10 before we go to break. Just over 4 minutes left in the second period.
And strong take by Morrow.
He is so good. He shields the defender off with that left shoulder, giving him just enough space to kind of do that finger roll at the rim with his right hand.
Three doesn't fall for Greenfield. Halfway through the second, 33-25 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, Jake Bartecki with you. And Morrow draws the foul.
You can see that coming 100 miles away, Brandon. Morrow got the ball on the left side. You know he's going to loop around and drive. He's going to attack with the right hand like he's been doing throughout this first half.
You know, we mentioned in our pregame Bryce Johnson and Coach Klein saying, you know, we need Johnson to take a step forward because the team will go as he goes. He said basically Morrow in that exact same spot. Those two guards, they need to take that step this year, and
well,
he expects them to do just that.
And when you run an offense like Bellevue West does, and that's just helter-skelter, go, 100 miles an hour, you need multiple guards with handles that also have that knack for scoring the basketball, and that's what Morrow gives them. He takes a lot of pressure off of Bryce Johnson.
Morrow with 6 points. The lead now cut to 6 after those free throws. 3:30 and change remaining. Thunderbirds on the break, and there's the two-hand flush for Pierce Parker.
That's what Parker was looking on that last breakaway there. Just go ahead and two-hand flush it.
And no surprise, because Coach Klein said while he's an athlete, not fully polished as a basketball player, he's a trackster, state qualifier in the triple jump, high jump, other things as well, and we saw his jumping abilities right there.
You know, you look at a guy like Parker there, and he just looks like a triple jumper, high jumper type. And we mentioned how for Norris, you know, there's a lot of baseball players, really good football players up and down that roster. Same can be said for Bellevue West. You just mentioned there with Parker being one of those standout tracksters.
Now we're in the bonus for Bellevue West after that foul by Urbanovsky. Kyrie Smith at the line.
That's a good run. That's a really good run. 7-0 run right now for Bellevue West.
Now in a half-court trap. And Coach Moats didn't like it, calls a timeout.
It's like you picked up your dribble at the very worst spot there, Mr. Gardner. You know, you are a captain.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 3-point game, 3:05 remaining in the half here on NCN.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Welcome back to Norris High. The Titans leading Bellevue West by 3. 3 minutes to play before half.
Bellevue West in the man-to-man defense, picking them up at half court.
Smith will be called for the foul there. As we mentioned, Andy, 7-0 run for the Thunderbirds after Norris started the quarter on a 9-3 run. So it was as big as 10 not long ago, and Bellevue West has cut it to 3.
Yeah, Bellevue West could kind of sense that things were getting a little close to that danger zone, down by 10, down by double digits. You cannot allow yourself to do that against a team that can score in droves the way the Titans do.
And jumping the pass and getting the interception, Parker. Here comes Bell West. Parker trying to follow up. And again, padding his stats. He has to be near 10 rebounds just on 2 sequences alone. He does earn himself a trip to the line.
Well, those 2 sequences he did pick up 4 rebounds. So, yeah, he's well on his way to that triple-double.
And Parker, he's a transfer from Hawaii a couple years ago. His parents are military. Coach Klein said we're glad to have him here and wanting to take advantage of his athleticism that we've seen already tonight.
Yeah, that's been a big part of Bellevue West and that program over the years. The influx of players and athletes they get coming from Offutt Air Force Base there nearby. Same can be said for Bellevue East.
Knocks down the second. Parker with 5 points. Cuts it to 2. Some full court pressure here being shown by Bell West.
It'll be a little bit of a culture shock for him, too. You're talking about Hawaii and the islands. I don't know if there's a more landlocked state than
one
Nebraska.
extreme to the other.
Yeah.
Thunderbirds with a turnover, a chance to tie or take the lead here as we near the 2-minute mark. There goes Morrow. He likes that little up and under. Doesn't work for him there.
Yeah, took on a lot of contact. Didn't get the whistle he was looking for. Look out.
And contact drawn. Garner Jr. will head to the line.
Even though Morrow didn't get the call on the other end, it was impressive that he did that scoop shot with his left hand, showing the defense, hey, you're going to have to play me straight up because I can go left, I can go right.
Nearing halftime, be sure to stay tuned for our halftime show brought to you by RMV Construction. Trusted local and proven RMV Construction. Located in Kearney and Lincoln. Garner unable to hit either, but the Titans get the offensive board to keep possession here. Garner on the block and guarded by Smith.
Quick hands from Smith there, the 6'3 junior poking the ball away. We haven't seen this too often where Norris settles down into their half-court offense, trying to run a set play here.
Shot clock winding down. Deep 3 is short. Another offensive board. Cooper Rice hustling to it, and it turns into 2 points. Garner Jr.
Go ahead and get that shot a little closer to the rim, see what happens. Also, get the ball to Gardner Jr. Oh, what a cut. What a find.
That's Melcher. His first basket that wasn't outside the arc. And now Bell West trying to run it. Melcher. He has Smith sitting there. Two-handed flush.
Excellent job regaining control and knowing where his other option was in Amari Smith with the two-handed jam for the tie.
35 all. Final minute of the half here at Norris. Bellevue West players on their feet on the bench. Folkerts earns a trip to the line.
Good strong take there to the rim. Knew he was probably going to take on some contact. He found it. He had a couple of guys that left their feet defensively. Well, that's just where you cannot get flat-footed, if you're Norris, because Bellevue West is looking to push the tempo, no matter where they are on the court, no matter what the situation is.
Folkerts now at 8 points as we get another look of his take, courtesy of Meade Lumber and Beatrice Community Hospital. Folkert's coming off a 21-point performance last night against Waverly, where he knocked down 6 threes, so that's 1/3 of the threes the Titans hit.
And kind of that swing player, it does a little bit of everything for the Norris Titans.
So Titans better up by 2 now, 37-35. Bell West looking for the final shot here. Before halftime, there goes Morrow. In trouble, finds an open player in Schultz, who knocks it down.
Perfect execution that time to close things out for Bellevue West. Attack the rim, draw the defense in, keeping those eyes up, that pivot foot active, finding the shooter at the line for that last period to take one of their few leads of that first half.
Trailing by as many as 10. Thunderbirds end up going into half up by 1. Couple of dunks in this one. Pierce Parker getting up there. Garner Jr. leading the Titans as well. 1-point game. Halftime show coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. And the big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Welcome back to halftime. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, Jake Bartecki with you. Norris and Bell West, a 1-point game at the break. Andy, it was 24-20 after 1. We mentioned Norris started out strong in the second, got up by 10.
Yeah.
Thunderbirds somehow, though, end up leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, you could just kind of feel that momentum shift when the Thunderbirds kind of woke up and looked up at the scoreboard and saw, oh my gosh, we're down 10. They go on a run, big answer, really churned up the tempo, churned up the defensive pressure. That led to turnovers. That led to run-out layups and dunks, as we saw on that highlight going to break. And it put Bellevue West ultimately up by 1 heading into this halftime break.
Well, let's take a look at those halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones found at either of their Lincoln locations, whether it's downtown or South Point, as well as in Grand Island. So we mentioned a great start for the Titans. It was a back-and-forth affair in the first quarter. This one, a pass inside to Urbanovsky. 1 of 3 Norris players, Andy, with 9 points in the first half.
Norris is just so balanced, especially on the offensive end. You never know who's going to take that shot or on any given possession. They just have so many options.
On the flip side, there's Carson Schultz. as Bell West had 4 threes in the first quarter. This time it's Keaton Melcher getting in on the action.
Yeah, Melcher's one of those versatile guys. Also a very energetic guy, fun to watch, but he can also put the ball on the hardwood and get to the rack.
Crossover by Folkerts to the rack. That's worth 2.
Coach calls him the Swiss Army knife, and we saw that throughout the first half. Pulling down rebounds, making plays like that at the top of the key.
Now you have a pass from Gaina, finding Urbanovsky wide open, and he takes care of the rest. Knocks down the triple.
Urbanovsky's another one of those guys. He got some range to his offensive game, but he can also finish at the rim.
And more threes. That time it's Cooper Rice coming off the bench again. The Titans coming off an 18-3 performance last night. Melcher did it again. He has 3 triples thus far.
Yeah, we get it, guys. Everybody can shoot a 3, and they can shoot a 3 very well.
Well, then Greenfield, he only has 2 points thus far, and when you're Norris and you're only down 1 with one of your leading scorers with just 2, you're feeling all right as well. We saw this several times throughout the half. Morrow finding a way to get to the rack.
Yeah, really nice job setting up the defender, and then he goes under with that little scoop shot, that finger roll. Great control with the basketball.
And we had a couple of dunks. Here's the first. Pierce Parker showing the ups there, getting 2. That came in the second quarter as part of that Bellevue West rally. Greenfield Jr. on the other end with 2.
You just saw Gardner Jr. there. He's seeing the strength there, getting himself a little space, lowering that shoulder.
Here's dunk number 2. This time Amari Smith with the flush. And this is how Bell West would take a lead heading into halftime. Clock winding down. Triple for Schultz, his second as well. So you have Schultz and Melcher both with 11, leading Bell West, both of them with 3 triples.
You know, Schultz is one of those seniors, one of the 3 seniors on this Thunderbird team that gives him a lot of leadership, but you saw it right there. He has a really good knack, a feel for the game, understanding when that defense is getting sucked in, whether it's Melcher, Smith, or Parker, collapsing that defense. He kind of leaks out, finds his space, and he's a lethal shooter.
Well, we're glad you're with us for the RMV Construction halftime show. If you have a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction is the company you need to call. And tonight, we're featuring the beautiful Yanni Park Pavilion in Kearney, Nebraska, a $3.7 million project that RMV Construction recently completed. RMV Construction built the 3,600 square foot event space, which features a catering kitchen, wraparound patio, and fire pit area, with every detail showing the care and quality that RMV puts into its work. So whether it's a community space, commercial project, or something totally unique, trust the team that brought you Yanni Park Pavilion and brought it to life. RMV Construction, with offices in Kearney and Lincoln. They are trusted, local, and proven. We've got 3 minutes until halftime, so we'll take a quick break, come back, and get ready for more basketball on NCN.
On the go and need a fast break? Speedy Mart is your playmaker. Swing in, grab a quick bite, a refreshing drink, and fuel up fast so you can get back in the game without missing a beat. With plenty of parking, speedy pumps, and shelves stocked with all your favorites, Speedy Mart on South 72nd Street, Papillion, keeps you moving. Whether it's food, fuel, or a friendly smile, make the winning move. Stop at Speedy Mart today.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during their early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently, while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction. From the heart of Nebraska.
And welcome back. We are excited to be in the middle of the first Friday broadcast of our basketball season, the start of our overall basketball season on NCN. And let's just talk about what we have coming up, shall we? So tomorrow, we're at Northeast Nebraska, Lutheran High Northeast, hosting Elkhorn Valley. We're live for that one at 2:20. Then we have a fun one on Monday. We don't normally have broadcasts Monday, but we have a state championship specifically the Unified Bowling State Finals, live from Lincoln. Live for that at 1:20. And then more basketball next week. Thursday, a Southeast Nebraska rivalry between Beatrice and Crete. Sticking in Southeast Nebraska on Friday for Fall City Johnson Brock. So that is a Friday game after Beatrice Crete. And then we also have Battle Creek Wakefield as well for our North viewers. Battle Creek Wakefield also on Friday the 12th.
Wow, what a lineup coming up. And Brandon, I got to make mention of it. This is what Nebraska basketball should feel like, it should look like, and sound like. Up at the top left-hand of your screen there, the pep band from Norris. They have been on point, Brandon, all night long. During that pregame, we could barely hear ourselves. They played the Killers, Mr. Brightside, and just knocked it out.
Well, they're killing it. We try to kill it on social media. There you see it. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Follow us there. Someone else who kills it on Twitter, I should say X, Jake Bartecki. He has more from the sidelines.
Welcome back to the Titan Dome. 38-37 in favor of Bellevue West, getting ready for the second half. Talked to both coaches at the half. Jimmy Mote said he knew this game was going to be physical. He liked how they came out of the gates. They had their foot on the gas. Shortly thereafter, they took their foot off the gas. On the flip side, Steve Klein said he didn't like how his group defended early, but in the second quarter, when Jimmy Mote thought they took their foot off the gas, that's when Steve Klein said his group played the defense they like to play. And Steve Klein said if Bellevue West is going to hang on to this lead, the number one thing it's going to take is defense.
Thank you, Jake. We'll see what transpires here in the second half. Two great coaches going at it. 1 point separating the Titans and the Thunderbirds as we enter the third quarter.
Both coaches kind of mentioned it, Brandon, with that point in the second quarter where Norris got up 10. Kind of felt like they got lackadaisical, and on the flip side, Bellevue West knew they had to, kind of press the issue, claw their way back into it, and that's exactly what happened. You felt that momentum shift.
So that basket by Alex Small for the Titans. Puts Norris back up for the time being. That is another triple, the fourth hit by Schultz tonight.
That is too easy. I know there was a double screen there, but that was just a quick inbounds play, and you had one of your best shooters just kind of drift out there. That was way too easy for Bellevue West coming off that inbounds pass.
Look at those moves from Greenfield. And Norris wants to get him going.
My goodness, putting the defense on skates.
Morrow will give it a shot off the iron. Rebound there by Urbanovsky.
Jackson doing a fantastic job finding his man, getting a body at him, and boxing out.
Three short by Greenfield. Scramble for the ball. Bell West has it, and Schultz brings it across. Quick three in transition, and there is Johnson with the triple.
Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, when you get into that scramble, that transition type of style, you got to know where that three-point line is at. Bellevue West doing an excellent job getting their shooters in space. That time, Mr. Johnson taking care of business in the corner.
That is Johnson's first points of the night. Wide open three for Urbanovsky. It's long. Rebound by Coyer.
Yeah, Johnson did a heck of a job getting others involved early on. And that's, as a point guard, sometimes that's your number one job.
And here on the replay, see Morrow drawing the foul. I believe that is the third. It is on Urbanovsky. So he has to come to the bench. Cooper Rice enters.
Yeah, just, the physical style of play there draws a lot of attention, picks up that foul. That's his third.
Melcher's three is long. Garner Jr. calling for it. He's quickly double teamed. Skip pass across to Rice. Couple of steps beyond the arc. How about that for production coming off the bench?
And Bryce Johnson was trying not to sag in defensively, but it didn't matter. Titan offense. Cooper Rice just kept backing out. That was a deep three.
Rice with two triples. It's 44 all.
Oh, you want to talk about creating your own shot.
That's Johnson. His second basket of the half. He's getting going offensively. 46-44.
And that's a welcome sight for all the Bellevue West fans out there.
And looks like, I believe, Johnson will be called for the foul here on Folkerts.
Folkert's 6'1", steady senior. Came up with that ball in the middle of the paint there. Regathered possession. Goes up strong.
And like Urbanovsky, that is Johnson's third.
Yeah, that's why we didn't see more of Johnson in that first half. Steve Klein, the head coach for the Thunderbirds, is trying to keep him out of foul trouble. Well, it's kind of go time now. Just over 5 left to go in the third.
And Coach Klein opting to keep Johnson in.
Well, this is where you got to have some trust in your point guard. As we're all knotted up at 46. What a game.
Look at that cut from Melcher. Count the basket. What a pass from Schultz. That might make the top place.
Boy, that was just perfect timing in the half court. And you said it, executed to perfection. The bounce pass, slicing and dicing through the defense.
And I misspoke. Originally, that was Alex Small who had 3 fouls. So Small had 3, had to come out. Now Urbanovsky has 3 fouls after that sequence. So a couple of Titan starters with 3 as Melcher completes the 3-point play.
Yeah, and I really have no complaints with how this game is being called. Norris being a much more physical team out there, well, you're also picking up a few more fouls due to that physicality.
Behind the back, long 2. Doesn't fall for Greenfield. Bell West up 3, looking to add to it here. Johnson guarded by Greenfield.
Greenfield did a heck of a job staying with Johnson, even through that little screen just past the midcourt.
And Garner Jr. making that look easy.
Yeah, a little too easy. Just so good with that big wide frame. He's tough to stop.
Melcher decides to pull it up. A little flat, hit the front of the iron. Here comes Norris. Greenfield, that spin move he likes. Left hand doesn't fall. Now you have Bell West with numbers. Johnson draws the foul. Count the basket.
Boy, and Folkerts was trying to just go for the steal and allow him the lane. He was not looking to pick up a foul there. Instead, we get the foul, the and one, and the showtime. Here we go. Look at the hang time there, Brandon. Losing the handle, regathering it. You saw the official in the back of that shot there. That was a no doubt and one call.
So Johnson, your returning leading scorer, averaging 14 a game last year, who Coach Klein said needs to step up his offensive production. Scoreless in the first half. Well, now he quickly has 8 here in the third quarter, halfway through, 4 minutes in.
Boy, that's when you know you have a special one. When, hey, you're our leading scorer, but now we need you to score more. Like 14, that was like a career night for me. You know, like everyone patting me on the back. Way to go.
Hey, can you score more than 14 now? We're going to need you to move that up to 18 or 20.
Yeah, can we get closer to 20 a night?
Entry pass to Addison, who gets the 2.
Fantastic job with the ball fake. Once again, understanding where he was at. Look at the spacing here, Brandon. Bellevue West really likes to space you out, opens the lane up for that dribble drive.
Like there's a foul on the rebound, and it's against Amari Smith. And that's his 3rd personal.
Akari Smith was the one that was able to get to the rim, just unable to finish. Saw the foul ensue after the scramble.
Well, we're glad you're with us here on NCN. Brandon Axman, Andy Klass, and Jake Bartecki. Our high school basketball coverage is presented by Medica, where you're not just covered, you're cared for. And there's 2 more points for Garner Jr.
Back to back, just get the ball to Gardner in the corner. He's very comfortable working with that left hand, getting baseline, and when that happens, look out. Now we have some miscommunications here. Looks like Bellevue West is just pressing a little bit.
Under 3 minutes to go in the third. This third quarter is brought to you by Husker Rehab. where they treat the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Husker Rehab.
And if I'm Jimmy Moats and the Titans coaching staff, I'm saying, Gardner, get down to that left corner and let us feed you the ball down there once again. Let's ride that until it doesn't work.
Well, he's calling for it. This time skip pass across to Addison. Gardner rips down the board.
Yep.
2 shots coming up.
Gets position, has the strength to go up strong with the ball. I mean, that was through a double team.
Foul goes against Kyrie Smith, which is his second. 52-52. Our coverage tonight is also presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com, and by Teammates Mentoring. Coach Moats, have to be pretty happy with that. A double team, you're still pulling down the offensive board and getting to the line.
A couple bodies on you, still going up for it, getting it strong, doing the dirty work, as they say, and knocking down those 2 free throws. We saw really both teams leave some points out there from that charity stripe in the first half. Gardner knocking them both down here in the third.
Puts him at 15 points, leading the Titans in scoring currently.
Yeah, you see all the splash plays and the three-pointers, the runouts. It's Gardner on the block that has to be the constant for the Titans.
There's a strong take by Coyer, his first bucket tonight. We're tied again.
Yeah, just so much depth for both these teams offensively. Coyer checks into the game, checks into the scoring column.
Head fake by Rice. Tough defense. He's going all the way to the glass, and Rice gets the 2.
That was the play call the entire way. Oh, yeah, this is... Yana getting tied up with Johnson, and neither player backing away. They're going to give the foul here against Norris. But you had Johnson kind of working in here. You're going to see it after this take. We just let it roll here.
Take by Rice.
Now what? They get tied up right away. That's the official saying you're impeding his progress. You're in the way. You're taking that spot away from him. He's moving his feet. I don't mind that call earlier rather than later. Kind of sending a message. Hey, guys, let's clean it up a little bit.
That is Gaina's 4th. So he going to have to be on the bench for the time being. Morrow unable to get it. Offensive board, though, by Johnson.
Oh, impressive board.
Deep 3, Schultz. He likes it. That is triple number 5.
Seeing how he was just able to step into that one. Beautiful feed from Johnson after fighting for that rebound. Draws the defense to him, just kind of hands it off to Schultz for that triple.
We're under a minute to go.
Uh-oh, and I think Johnson might have picked up his 4th here.
Here's another look courtesy of Beatrice Community Hospital.
Yep, just real quick with that left hand. He might have got, some ball there, but he also came down across the arm of Gardner.
Gardner Jr. unable to hit the first. You have Alex Small back in for the Titans.
Have some Bellevue West fans in front of us that don't agree with that last call on Johnson, but you got the call against Johnson just a moment ago, and I don't think there's a phrase officials hear more than call it both ways. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here tonight.
You know what? I never thought of that idea, is what they probably...
Yeah. Oh, thank
you. What a great concept. 57-57. Stolen by the Titans. In transition,
Oops.
Greenfield couldn't quite gather the ball. Now Bell West with it. Shot clock is off.
Now they can get in their set offense here. Nice job slowing it down. Morrow directing traffic, looking to attack.
Greenfield on Morrow. Great defense. Morrow breaks him off. Gets it to Schultz, who buries the three. Norris fans, Coach Moats wanted to travel. This shot is off, and it doesn't fall. Coach Moats wanting to walk out and have a word after Schultz knocks down the three.
Yeah.
Bell West will take a 3-point lead into the fourth. 60-57. Glad you're with us. We have a great one here in Firth, Nebraska. Fourth quarter when we return.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together. This broadcast is brought to you by Complete Insurance in Lincoln and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Fans are fired up. Student sections into it for a chippy game as we get ready for the fourth quarter. 60-57 in favor of Bellevue West. Want to talk about something else going on here at Norris. Just a couple of weeks ago, we may have seen the beginning of a Norris dynasty. Back-to-back state titles for the Titans volleyball team. They rolled through the state tournament, knocked off Elkhorn North to get the tournament win, the state title. Titan fans know this all too well, but it took Norris volleyball time and time again before they finally made it to the finals. They would make it to semis. They would make it to the finals and lose before winning this year and last. Does that sound familiar? Norris basketball, a semifinalist last year, runner-up 2 years ago. Could it be Norris basketball's time? Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Jake. And I know from Norris basketball fans' perspective, Coach Moat's perspective, they are certainly hoping that they can emulate the volleyball team. And we talked about it. They have the pieces and the players to do it.
The expectations could not be any higher for Norris. You know, they play a lot of ball, stay together during the summer ball, fall ball. They didn't drop a game in June, and that was against a lot of schools out of the metro, Omaha metro, Lincoln area. So expectations could not be any higher right now for the Norris Titans.
Three-point lead, Melcher, short.
Boy, and the Titans defense dodged a bullet there, and that's where they've been you saw at the end of that, to close out that third quarter, losing sight of some shooters. It doesn't take much space. Bellevue West is so good, have so many options from beyond the arc.
Stolen by the Thunderbirds, but couldn't gather the ball. It ends up in the hands of Gardner Jr.
And rather than powering through some contact, little open under. Gardner's so athletic.
One-point affair. 90 seconds into the fourth.
There's Morrow.
And blocked. Greenfield Jr. gets up there.
Bellevue West fans are questioning that, looking for that goaltend.
And now Greenfield trying to get to the rack, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, Morrow once again getting to the rim. There you see head coach Steve Klein barking out some orders. When Bellevue West was at their best in that first half, to close out that second quarter especially, they were getting back on defense, matching the physicality of the Norris Titans.
And that one off the foot of Garner.
First time in the second half that set didn't work, getting it to him on the left side. Now Morrow's shifting gears here, slowing things down a little bit. Boy, he's really been the unsung hero here for Bellevue West with Bryce Johnson, their starting point guard, leading scorer, finding himself in foul trouble.
Oh, here comes Greenfield on the break. Lays it in for two.
You know, he only had one bucket in the first half, but it was so impressive. And it was his body control that opened things up. And you saw it right there, able to slow things down after going 100 miles an hour, letting a defender blow by him as he finger rolls it through.
And Coach Klein wants to take a timeout for Bell West.
Not a bad timeout. He's also going to get Pierce Parker checked back into the game. So you're going to be able to get a set play in, also get one of your phenomenal athletes back on the block.
We'll take a quick break. 5:23 remaining. 1-point game here at Norris.
Behind every switch you flip, innovation is at work. NPPD is using advanced technology to generate and deliver the reliable energy you've come to expect. Like AI-driven platforms to optimize energy generation, drones for infrastructure inspection, smart meters for faster outage detection, and helping advance carbon capture and sequestration technologies. It's not just electricity we're delivering, it's innovation. Powering the state, empowering your life. Nebraska Public Power District.
It's time to get in the game. When you team up with teammates, you don't need pads or a playbook. 1 hour a week can encourage a student in your community to win in school and in life. Hundreds of young people are waiting for a mentor to show up and build their confidence, character, and hope for the future. Be the teammate every young person deserves. Clock is ticking. Sign up at teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Brandon Axum and Andy Klassen, Jake Bartecki with you. News Channel Nebraska, first Friday night hoops of this season. What a great way to get things started. Bell West and Norris, A and B powers squaring off in an early season clash, and thus far it has lived up to the billing. We still got 5 minutes and change to go.
Just such a collection of talent, two well-coached teams to go along with that talent. Yeah, and Class A is kind of wide open this year. It's going to be a real fun season to watch unfold.
There is a common theme. Melcher with a 3. That is his 5th.
Boy, and defense was out and on him. They're aware where he was at. Still able to knock it down.
Under 5 to go. Thunderbirds back on top. This has been a game with several ties and lead changes throughout. The biggest lead of the night was for the Titans. It was a 10-point advantage back in the second quarter. After the Bellevue West Thunderbirds eliminated that, it's been pretty much back and forth ever since, as there's a foul on Morrow.
Yeah, beautiful pass. Really got that thing started. And you saw the drive there from Urbanowski. Once again, Swiss Army knife, as Coach Moats mentioned him, can do a little bit of everything for the Titans. That time attacking off the dribble.
Nine points for Urbanowski, all coming in the first half. Short on the first.
Brian, we're getting to the point of the game where those missed free throws really become magnified.
And an offensive board off the second miss. So you still get the 2 points.
Yes.
This, instead of Urbanowski, it gets credited to Garner Jr.
Gardner Jr. just with another offensive rebound and a putback.
Johnson under the hoop. He's heading to the line.
Several Titans taking a hack. That time.
And it's on Urbanowski, and that is his 4th.
Yeah, we're going to start seeing some Titans probably foul out here down the stretch. Multiple players were in foul trouble, in the third period.
Now Johnson with 9 points, all of them coming here in the second half. Alex Small is re-entered for the Titans. And that's Johnson in double digits.
Now you're seeing Coach Klein playing, just checking Johnson in and out, offense for defense, trying to protect his leading scorer here down the stretch.
Garner Jr. in the paint takes on Morrow. 2 more points.
Yeah, just excellent job knowing where number 10 is, feeding him the ball. That's a really tough assignment for any defender when he gets the ball like that in the lane.
Garner Jr. now with 22. Coming off a 26-point performance against Waverly.
And we're all knotted up once again. Just a seesaw game. We talked about the talent, the matchup, these two coaching staffs getting together, making this Class A versus Class B matchup happen. What a treat.
I think it's safe to say, too, no matter how this goes, both teams will get better because they played this game.
Right.
Just like the coaches would have hoped. Playing quality opponents, you're taking this thing down to what we imagine may be a final shot. Head fake by Garner Jr. There's contact, no whistle. Greenfield with it. Pulls up from the corner, it's long. Schultz with the rebound.
Yeah, that was just off kilter the entire way.
Morrow, the quick trigger, he buries it.
Oh, boy, quick pull up before the defense even knew it hit him.
Thunderbirds back up 3. Greenfield the other way, and he answers right back.
Love the urgency we're starting to feel from both squads, understanding things are starting to wind down here in the fourth.
1 point game, 3:08 to go. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Welcome back. Great atmosphere here at Norris High School. 3:08 remaining. We're going to remind you should stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by Custom Sports at the conclusion of this one.
There it is. I was wondering if we were going to notice the score of Norris here.
And our camera crew all over it. I refuse to audibly say it, so those who know, know.
Say what?
68-67 is our score. 3:08. I'm just reporting the facts here. 1 point game.
You've always been about the facts.
That's all you can do. Bell West looking to add to it here, coming out of the timeout.
Multiple guards, multiple shooters now checked in for this Bellevue West offensive set coming in out of the break.
Schultz, the quick kick. Deep three. Unbelievable. Morrow, his second triple of the game.
My goodness, and just nothing was happening. Bellevue West couldn't really get anything going on. That was solid defense. Just a quick trigger, contested three, deep three. Cans it.
I don't know even if Morrow has attempted a three-point shot in the first 3 quarters, and now he's 2 for 2 in the past 30 seconds.
Yeah, so an obvious shift in the offensive attack from Bellevue West. And Norris changing things up, really trying to find Gardner. Didn't that time, but in the lane.
Johnson, spin move and gets the roll.
See that rotation he put on the ball, and he needed every inch of that as it found its way over and through the cylinder. Caught the front of the iron, had good rotation on it.
Biggest lead of the night for the Thunderbirds, currently at 6. Rice a 3, much needed for the Titans. A triple for Cooper Rice, cuts the lead in half.
And the quick timeout, that's where Norris can get you. They've been pounding the rock inside. Now they're letting their shooters eat from the outside.
1:37 left. Don't go anywhere. 73-70, Bell West.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Welcome back. This is exactly what you want if you're a high school basketball fan, or a player, or a coach. in this position, a 3-point game, 1:37 to go. Great basketball all night. We'll see how things will play out in the final 97 seconds.
Stops are going to be at a premium here. You have two top-notch offenses squaring off. Who will prevail?
And Melcher in trouble. He gets it out to Schultz.
See the discipline there. He didn't leave from where he was at. If he would have came up, he would have got called for traveling. Great awareness there after that little scrum for the ball.
It doesn't fall. Melcher the board. Big offensive rebound. There's a scramble. It's Norris basketball.
Multiple bodies hitting the deck. Exactly what you'd expect down the stretch. And here we go. Norris down 3 with the ball. 1:01 left in this game. I think the officials got it right. They were right on top of it.
That shot doesn't fall, but grabbed by Small.
Oh, that was a big offensive board. And that's what Norris was missing when Small had to check out due to foul trouble. Some of those offensive rebounds.
Cooper Rice from the other corner. He buries it. Back-to-back threes for Rice. We're tied.
That was huge. Small stepping in front of that and getting that ball where it needed to go. The shooter in the corner. Small coming up big down the stretch here, Brandon.
How about Rice? His 4th triple tonight. Bell West holding for 1.
Coach Klein at the bottom of your screen calling out the offensive set.
Scramble for the ball. We have a whistle. We have a timeout. Bell West, 9.4 seconds to go.
And I believe Coach Klein, yep, he's saying full timeout. Here we go.
Man, oh man.
The Bellevue West student section, they travel fairly well, as you saw right there. They're pumped up, being able to save that possession, getting that timeout. That was Coach Klein from the sideline. That's why the whistle came from across the court. Boy, and if I'm Norris, you don't want anything cheap inside, but you have to know where these shooters are. And you've seen Morrow heat up here in this second half. He's so good off the dribble. You know Johnson can get to the rim. He's been doing that throughout the entire game.
All right.
You can't key in on any
Here
one
we go.
guy and run like a matchup zone is what I'm getting at. I mean, you really got to play this straight up.
You got Melcher, who's hit 4 threes. You got Schultz, who's hit 5 threes. You have Johnson. You have Morrow.
Yeah,
you can go to anybody.
Both Morrow and Johnson, even Pierce Parker, so good off the dribble, getting to the rim. You know they can win those one-on-one battles. This is a tall task right now for Norris. They're really going to have to dig in defensively.
Fans here on their feet at Norris High. The student section's going crazy. They're wanting to will their Titans to get a turnover here.
A little back and forth between the coaching staffs. Coach Moats is going to now call a timeout.
The gamesmanship, the chess match. Okay, what are they coming out in? All right, let's call a timeout.
Well,
so
you can't take them to the locker room with you, right?
And you have 1 more timeout if you're Norris, 3 more if you're Bell West.
Yeah, and that's something that Coach Klein has kind of brought with him or brought over from, when Coach Doug Woodard, he wouldn't call a lot of timeouts if he didn't have to. He really liked to allow his athletes to get out and run, get into a flow of the game, and that also secures your spot to have those timeouts to use to burn down the stretch, and that's exactly what Bellevue West has here. If something goes wrong, they almost lose something, they can call that timeout. They have an extra one.
You can feel the intensity here at Norris High School gym. All right, the 2 timeouts have been taken, and here we go. 9.4 remaining. And it's going to be Johnson to inbound.
Yeah, he's been inbounding the ball all night. Just such a smart player.
Gets it into Melcher. Back to Johnson. There's the double, and there's the foul. So we aren't in bonus. Just the second team foul now for Norris. Bell West also with 2.
Johnson got that high ball screen that he was looking for. When he turned that corner, Norris was quick with the foul. As you mentioned, understanding they had one to give. Did not want to see Johnson start to get downhill towards the rim. Go ahead and use that foul.
So Coach Klein takes another timeout. If you're tuning in for the first time, you're unfamiliar with NCN, or even if you are, we're going to be doing a whole lot more of this throughout the next several months. And the way that you can stay up to date on where we'll be at, what games we're covering, you'll be seeing all of our interviews, our highlights of every game we cover, is by following us on social media. Facebook, X, Instagram, and Andy on YouTube.
Yes,
you get
sir.
more than just the highlights and the interviews. You can rewatch the whole thing.
And you can bet this game's going to be posted as soon as possible to that YouTube channel. Go ahead, log in, subscribe, give us a like, set those notifications, never miss another tip-off. Over 100 high school basketball games coming your way this winter.
Every week we tweet out, put it out on Facebook. Here's our slate of games. Here's how you can watch. Here's where we'll be. Be like the nearly 13,000 people who follow us on X. Give us a follow. If you're a sports fan, we promise you won't regret it. All right, 4.7 on the clock.
Look for the ball to get back to Johnson here quick.
Melcher the head fake from way downtown. He buries it. He buries it. Timeout taken. Coach Moats takes a timeout. Melcher with his 5th. That was from 3 steps beyond the arc.
My goodness. My goodness. I thought he was going to pass it quick back to Johnson, let him create. No, not at all. Melcher got what he was looking for. You said it. A quick trigger. That was a deep contested 3. Oh, my goodness. Now I think the officials.
How much time are they going to put back on the clock?
You're exactly right. Regardless, they're going to have to go the entire court. That was a difficult shot.
Unbelievable.
But to Keaton Melcher's credit, he's been doing that all game long. Little sidestep there, got to his spot. It was deep. It was contested. It was true.
So 1.2. That's how much time they've put back. Man. Man.
We talked about the 3 shooting capabilities of both teams, but especially Bellevue West. And yeah, they might give up some height to a few teams in Class A and Class B here. But they make up for it through that hustle, that drive, that run that they went on when they went down 10 earlier in this game. And then they got the shooters that can make up that difference. And you really saw that play itself out here tonight. Melcher with the biggest 3 of the night just a moment ago.
So now
Bellevue West is going to call a timeout. Yep.
It's not quite the same situation, but basketball fans may remember the state tournament last year. Pius Norris, round 1.
Oh, boy.
It wasn't quite the same, but it ultimately ended with a 3-quarter shot by Norris to win it.
Yeah.
Will that magic carry over here to tonight?
You know, and Coach,
I mean, just saying.
Coach Moats kind of opened up to us throughout the week and said, hey, we were on both ends of that last year, so anything's possible. 1.2 seconds, enough time for a ball fake and a good look here. Gardner is the deep man, and I think that's what Bellevue West wanted to know most. Where are their leading scorers going to be lined up at the beginning of this inbounds pass?
All right, it's quickly into Folkerts, and there's the quick foul.
Yep, that was by design. Morrow was looking to foul there. Now you have just over a half a second left. Norris saying, did we get 2 shots there? I don't think so.
Well, that would be 3 if they give him the shooting foul, but they're, well, now. Okay, so we're inbound in a half court, 0.8.
Added 2/10 to the clock. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Small to inbound. Timeout. We're taking a timeout.
And the tallest man on the roster, Pierce Parker, has moved to defend the inbounds. I think that's a smart, subtle move there from the Bellevue West coaching staff.
Tall, long, he can jump, cover a lot of ground.
He's got to be careful to not creep in on the inbounds pass. You would hate to see a foul like that and not force Norris to even inbound the ball to pick up that foul and get closer to that bonus. Boy, clean second half, though, as we're sitting 2-3 on the foul count.
Mm-hmm. All right, both teams are out of timeouts.
It's got to happen fast now if you're Norris.
Greenfield's inbounding.
Greenfield tried to line up at half court, yeah.
All right. Looking for Rice. He gets it to Rice. Rice loses it. That's the game. Bellevue West comes out of here victorious. Heroics from Melcher. The deep 3. The Thunderbirds are 1-0 to start the season.
Impressive performance there. Bellevue West got down by double digits, really dug in, figured it out, went on a run of their own, was able to hold on at the end and make some big plays offensively to secure this victory on the road to open things up.
Morrow, some late heroics, a couple of big 3s. None bigger, though, than Melcher's. At the end of regulation, Rice hit 2 big ones for the Titans to tie it up, and then there's the big one. We'll be back. We'll be talking to players. We'll be talking to coaches in our post-game show. 76-73, the final here at Norris.
Fuel up for the big game at Speedy Mart on 238th Street in Greenwood. Open 24 hours. We've got the winning lineup, hot coffee, ice-cold drinks, and tasty snacks, plus daily specials smoked fresh in our smoker. Need a pit stop? Our bathrooms are the cleanest around, and our friendly staff always makes you feel like part of the home team. Don't get sidelined. Score big on convenience at Speedy Mart, Greenwood.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at customsportsco.com.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
76-73 Bellevue West over Norris. Coach Klein, where does that one rank amongst your career?
Oh, man, that's definitely one of the top ones. This is a heck of a ball game, man. It was awesome. Back and forth. I mean, they went at us. We went at them. Man, this is all you can ask for when you're coaching, to be a part of these kind of games. And, you know, we had quite a few games last year where this group wasn't able to finish it. But, you know, they did a really good job tonight of coming out and finding a way to get a W at a really, really tough atmosphere.
Well, obviously, Keaton Melcher with the game winner. That was a deep three-pointer. The cat and mouse game began. You were calling timeouts. Norris was calling timeouts. What did you draw up, and did it come to fruition the way you, I guess, maybe didn't hope, because that's exactly what you wanted to have happen, but was that how you envisioned it?
Well, we didn't quite get the ball where I wanted to right away. We got it there a little late. He had a long closeout on him. Did a great job of a side dribble and got the shot up, and at least we got a shot up. Now, again, if that shot doesn't go in, we live with it. We go on to overtime, but at least, you know, we got the last shot, or we tried to, and you know, and he did a great job hitting it.
Hugs, high fives all around for Keaton Melcher, who's standing over here. What can you tell me about him and what he's going to be, just a sophomore?
Oh, he's a dog. Man, he loves this kind of atmosphere. This is all about him. I mean, he's lives for this kind of stuff, and to prove people wrong, and all the people in here, how loud it was, how back and forth it was. That's Keaton Melcher, and I'm glad he's on our team.
No doubt about that. Coach, we appreciate your time. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Let's bring in our player of the game, Keaton Melcher. You know how I'm going to start this off. Take me through the game winner, man.
You know, the play was designed for me, and it didn't execute fully, but after I got the ball, I just had to make something happen with the 4 seconds that I had, and then it went in.
Well, Coach is telling me this is the kind of atmosphere you love. Chippy game, physical game. What was it like to be a player in this one?
You know, whenever we always go away, that's what we want. We want to live for these games where it's close and tight and the end of the game, and this is what you live for.
What can a win like this do for you guys? I mean, this is a tough place to start out the season. You win in this emotional fashion. Got to feel that's some momentum to carry over.
Yeah, you know, always great going off 1-0, but one game, I mean, it doesn't really define your whole season, but it's a great one to get started off and a really great Norris team, so, yeah, it's great.
Congratulations on the win, Keaton. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
He's Keaton Melcher, the dagger, the game winner tonight for Bellevue West. Top plays right now. Let's send it back up top to Brandon and Andy.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com.
Welcome back. Putting a bow on this one. An excellent game to get our high school basketball season started, our first Friday broadcast. And congratulations to Keaton Melcher. He was our Nebraska Orthopedic Center player of the game. And Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they are your healing destinations. 20 points, 5 threes, and the game winner. Let's dive right into our top plays. Plenty to show in this one, in this great back-and-forth affair. 76-73 the final. Marquee matchup to start the high school hoops season. Class B power Norris hosting traditional Class A power Bellevue West. Norris coming off a 108-37 victory over Waverly last night. First game of the season here for the Thunderbirds. Didn't take long to get things started. You have Evan Greenfield finding his buddy for the basket there for Norris. And then Bell West on the other end. There was a lot of threes in this one, especially in the first quarter. First one hit by Keaton Melcher. One of 5 threes will foreshadow in this game. So it's 12-9 early. And here you have the take from Folkerts getting to the glass. After Folkerts gets the bucket, Folkerts finished with 11 and double digits. It was 24-20 Norris after the first quarter. There is Melcher again dialing it up from deep. He had 20 points on the night, 3 triples in the first half. Titans on the break. They led by 10 points in the second quarter, but Bell West would cut into that lead. Pierce Parker with the two-handed dunk. Bell West would make a run to round out the half and would end up taking a lead going into halftime. Here's a basket by Evan Greenfield, by Chris Garner Jr. He had 22 points to lead Norris in this one. Melcher finding his buddy Amari Smith for the basket towards the end of the second quarter. It would be a 38-37 game, Bellevue West on top, heading into the second half. Here's Evan Greenfield getting to the glass. 6 of his 8 points came in the second quarter. Now you have the skip pass across, and Cooper Rice, he was a spark for the Titans off the bench. He knocks down the 3 there. He had 14 points. Second leading scorer for the Titans in this one. You may see more of Rice later. You can see 46-46 as Melcher gives the Thunderbirds the lead in the third. This was a back-and-forth affair all throughout the contest. We now head to the fourth, a 1-point game, and Greenfield gets to the glass yet again. Norris had 3 players in double digits. Greenfield was just shy of the double-digit mark with 8. 3:22 to go, time winding down, and you had heroics by Braden Morrow. He hit back-to-back threes to put Bellevue West up by 6. Cooper Rice erases those 6 points by hitting back-to-back threes of his own with time winding down. We're tied 73 all inbound. It gets into Melcher's hand, and he knocks down his 5th triple of the night with 1.2 seconds to go. He's fired up. The Titans get one more chance to inbound, are unable to get a shot up, and Bell West, off of the heels of the Melcher 3 with 1.2 to go, come out victorious. Your final 76-73. Andy, what do you have to say after all of that?
Wow, I mean, it just reminds you real quick why you love the game of basketball. 2 phenomenal teams, and once again, I want to credit both coaching staffs getting together, making this Class A versus Class B game happen. Both teams knew that, you could get hurt PowerPoint-wise. Norris trying to defend home court against a perennial Class A power, but they came together and really gave the state of Nebraska a treat in this type of a match-off to kick off this 25-26 season.
Going down the score totals, Carson Schultz and Keaton Melcher each with 20 points, each with 5 threes.
Yeah.
So that was big for them. Also, you had Marlon Johnson in double digits, both of them with 12 apiece. You have Pierce Parker, who added 5, Jacob Coyer with 2, Kyrie Smith and Amari Smith with 3 and 2, respectively, for Bell West. On the flip side for Norris, Garner Jr. led the way with 22, Cooper Rice with 14. He had those 2 big threes to tie things late. McCoy Folkerts, double digits with 11. Jackson Urbanovsky with 9. Greenfield 8. And Alex Small with 2. Grayson Addison with 7.
You mentioned it early in the broadcast. Both teams got better after tonight, challenging themselves. Norris is going to learn from this. You saw the depth that they have and how they're able to rotate guys in early in this game. Got in a little foul trouble, able to play through it. For Bellevue West, so impressed with how they were able to match some of the physicality from Norris. They got some big rebounds down the stretch in that fourth quarter, obviously knocking down some big shots from beyond the arc. That's something that, they've been able to do over the years. Last year, a lot of young guys, 3 sophomores starting. This year, you're starting to see them grow up a little bit, have that toughness, got a lot of really good experience coming back from a season ago. Now that's translating into a little bit more muscle mass, a little bit more toughness and experience. Served them very well here tonight to open things up on the road in a hostile environment.
Well, before we wrap things up, we have more basketball coming your way. A whole lot more basketball over the next several months, as mentioned. Here's what we have coming up next. So tomorrow, we're in Norfolk, Lutheran High Northeast, hosting Elkhorn Valley. We're live at 2:20 for that one. And we have a special broadcast on Monday, the NSAA Unified Bowling State Championships live from Lincoln. We're live for that at 1:20. Then on Thursday, network-wide broadcast Class B, rivals collide Beatrice and Crete. We're live at 5:30 for that. And then on Friday, depending where you live, if you're in northeast Nebraska, you'll see Wakefield Battle Creek. If you're anywhere else in the state, you'll get Johnson Brock Falls City on Friday night, a week from this evening. So with that, I think we have sufficiently gotten our fair share of basketball. Special thanks to our presenting sponsors, Medica, Liberty First Credit Union, as well as Teammates Mentoring. One more time, you're going to want to follow us on social to stay up to date on the games we're covering, the interviews, the highlights from every game we do. And, of course, if you want to rewatch everything, go to our YouTube channel, newschannelnebraska.com. And imagine we'll have a few who want to rewatch this thing. So with that, we appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the coverage, and we'll enjoy more throughout the season. Nearly 100 games between now and mid-March. For our terrific production crew, producer and directors Danny Alvarado and Paul Hires in the truck. For Jake Bartecki, he's Andy Klassen. I'm Brandon Axemit. We'll see you for more basketball tomorrow in Norfolk.